I sadly to say think the Carlton are going all right.
Don't want to speak for Carlton fans, but I'd much rather watch them play the style of football they're playing now.
Hello everyone, welcome to Eddie and Jimmy on the Thursday edition as we have a good look, thanks to Tab, at the weekend's football. Footy, it's great to have you back.
It's right here. We've got our rhythm and stride, the 2 previous episodes.
Do you remember Uncle Doug Elliott on World of Sport?
I reckon sometimes you forget my age. I wasn't around in black and white TV.
Mate, I know Beethoven, I wasn't around
Yes,
when he played either.
and Napoleon and all that sort of stuff.
It's good history.
Yeah.
You got to know who the great people are. Uncle Doug used to do the ads. Old leather lungs, they used to call him. And he was a member of Parliament, actually. But, he used to do the ads and do the intros for World of Sport.
Yeah. When I'm reorganising the things in my fridge inside my head, Uncle Doug and Leather Voice wasn't... Leather Lungs wasn't down near the front.
Football! It's great to have you back. He used to do the... what was the dog food he used to do? I think it was Trusty. Woof, 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 woof. Woof.
Jeez. No,
the Patra Orange Juice. The Ballantines Entertainments.
No, I'm the era...
Tosca Travellers always travel first class.
No, I'm the Craig Willis era. Football... Yeah, where he puts it,
he was,
might have 10. 10 out of 10.
Craig came after Uncle Doug. He came after Uncle
4 and 20.
You know that Craig's got the special microphone. A legitimate one, and it is the best microphone you can actually have. I don't think it's gold or anything like John Laws used to have, but he's got the special microphone, as he should, because he's a professional.
Do you know how good Craig Willis is?
He's great, Craig.
We used to love doing it, where you'd walk through the change room and you'd walk past next locker to me, Andrew Mackey, and you go, number 4, Andrew Mackey. And we always used to laugh about it. So one day, Mad Monday, we got Craig Willis's number, and a couple of us rang him, and this is how great he was.
He's a great bloke.
He went straight to his recording booth that he's got at his place. Good microphone. Yeah. And he sent us an audio, and he did not just 30 seconds, he did about a 5-minute skit. Yeah. Which then we were able to then play. We plugged it into the pub's PA system, and it was one of the best things ever. It was like, we still remember, Tom Lonigan, number 13, 0 Brownlow votes. What a loser. It brought the house down. He's such a good man.
Mate, he's a ripper. A very, very entertaining man too. Yeah, great fella. Yeah. Craig, there we go. So that's what happens.
Yes.
You throw something up, and from there it builds, doesn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Nostalgia.
Righto, let's get into it. Shorting, holding or buying, which has become a popular segment on some other stations.
Yes, I have.
Righto, can I go with you?
Go.
Shorting, holding, buying. Opening round.
I'm buying it.
I'm shorting it. Sunday night footy.
Buy. I like Sunday night footy.
Buy.
Curnow to the Swans. Charlie Curnow.
Buy.
Buy, because do you know what the Swans are?
Yep.
The Swans are full forwards.
Yep.
So you go to the Wiz, the Plugger, Barry Hall, Buddy Franklin, now Charlie Curnow.
Yep, he's a beauty, and they've got a midfield that can hit him.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll be good. Oscar Allen, the Lion.
Yeah, buying. I want to see the best of Oscar.
Yeah, so am I. I'm buying him. I think he was badly done by last year, by himself, his management, and probably in the end the club.
Yes.
So he needs to just... I thought his stuff in the paper when he talked about it was really raw and honest. And I think the other thing with it was, without not just us, but we were pretty strong, and I think we were 100% right and called it for what it was, without bullying the kid. But it was just a disaster, the whole thing.
It was a misjudgment.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm not having a crack at the Eagles. I just like to see people do well, and I want to see the best of Oscar Allen.
Yeah, absolutely. So good luck to him.
Oh, it's Petrarca to the Swans.
The Sun.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Buying?
I want to buy. I want to see the best of Christian Petrarca.
Okay. Oliver the Giant.
Well, definitely buying it. They need him now. They're going down like 9 pins.
I'm holding. I'm holding. I'm hoping that he pulls his head in and has a real go, but I'm holding.
Well, the Giants need us to buy.
I know what they need. Yeah. Melbourne needed it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just holding because so far he has to do a bit to get the trust of the AFL world back. So I'm holding at the moment.
Deconing the Saint.
Holding with a finger on the sell button. Deconing. No, I'm hard now. I'm going to be tough. I've been out of footy long enough now. I'm going to call it as it is.
I'm holding just at the moment, but I want to be buying Deconing stock. I want to. Merritt.
Well,
still...
hang on. I haven't given you what I think on De Koning.
Oh, I thought you said you were holding.
No, that was Oliver.
Oliver, my apologies.
No, De Koning, I think he could be anything. But let's see, he got a little nick on his forehead and went off the other day. So
that's what I'm only just holding.
Yeah, I'm just saying, this week he comes up against...
But I've got the number ready to go
to
buy.
Nice headlines over the summer. You get Collingwood on the MCG Sunday night, son. We're coming.
I've got the phone ready at 8:59 a.m. when the market opens to potentially buy something.
No, I'm buying De Koning the same. Merritt the Bomber.
Well, holding, like Essendon fans, we're holding on to him. Yeah. At least
I'm buying him because he's a bit of an ornery character who's got pride in himself, and I think he'll have a great year.
He will. That's all he does. He has great years.
We're buying a lot of people here. Hawthorn's midfield, no day for half the season, no Warp or no Merritt.
Oh, holding to see what they do. I think McDonald playing a bit more midfield minutes, the Wiz coming through. I'm only holding because I just want to see it first.
Yep, exactly. I think they're pretty good, the Hawks.
Jumping Ruckman.
As long as they jump at the right time. As long as they don't jump up and down.
We're talking about Ruckman here. Yeah. Do you know what? I'll show you all Ruckman watching how to make an additional $200,000 a year. You ready? This is a lesson for any emerging Ruckman. $500,000 a year. $700,000 a year, $1 million. That's it. Do you know what I was doing there?
Yeah, hitting it to the right spot.
I can hit it that side. I can hit it that way.
But if I hit it that way...
Oh, look what opens up here in the universe.
Yeah.
That's how you make yourself an additional couple $100,000 by going, just do a little bit of mobility in the gym. Open up that thing.
I would...
and just, there's some space on that side, damn it.
Yeah, I might even invest in a... this is old style stuff, but go get some highlights of Simon Madden.
Oh, gee, Simon Madden. I was watching highlights of Simon Madden because I got to interview him.
Yeah.
That hanger he takes where he just almost surfs the...
Yeah, he stayed up and up and up. I saw him take a mark one day. He was 16. So I'm showing my age. I would have been... I was 8. And he took a mark in the reserves because he was playing for St Bernard's. He was actually playing the seniors at Essendon when I was still at school. And he used to play against my brother, so we all looked at this bloke, and he took this mark. He went up 3 times in the goal square at the school end of Windy Hill. Do you know what end that is? Do you remember any of these things?
No.
No, it's just unbelievable. And he played the next week.
Actually, players who you go, they'd still be able to play exceptional footy in today's week. Can you imagine the market for Simon Madden if he was on the open market today?
Yeah. Mate, we should do that to players who would just kill them today.
Yeah.
Tell you. Yeah. Anyway.
Melbourne at Waverley. That's a holding because they're waiting till they get their full time set up, aren't they?
I'm buying it because it's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, it's happening, but we just hold Melbourne there.
Yeah. I'd be selling Caulfield.
The racecourse.
Yeah. Well, that's where they're going to end up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No thanks. No.
Don't think so. I'm just saying. No. I think Waverley's a good one. I think there's a better place for them.
Long-term contracts. Walsh and Durham, the latest to join the trend.
Well, so long as you can, I don't mind players staying and getting some security, but you've got to be able to trade if things don't go so well.
Well, we've seen players traded still with years to go.
Yeah, I know, but I think...
It just doesn't give you flexibility.
Yeah, well, I'll come back to Clary again. That was done in good faith, and Melbourne ones who got stitched on that deal.
It does afford you flexibility when you're managing your cap.
Totally.
The longer it is, the more you can manoeuvre money.
Totally, and that's why you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did it when I was at Collingwood with the last one was Brodie Grundy. Now he's played at three clubs under that contract that he got. So he's happy. He's getting paid. He got moved out because of salary cap. Moved out because of the team structure at Melbourne, and now he's found himself up at Sydney. He's playing beautifully.
Yeah, he's playing great footy.
He's great, and a great fella too. In or out? Sydney versus Carlton is the right match to start the season in 2026.
Well, we heard you early in the week. You said out.
Well, out
because you wanted that Thursday.
I don't mind a Sydney Carlton in what we've got, but I think it should be Carlton and Richmond as it should be.
Yep. Well, as far as what we've got, I'm fine with it this year.
Yeah, so as it is now, not being a narc, great.
Jack as is.
Beauty. Fantastic. Jack as is. What's Jack as is?
As is.
As is. Fantastic. He's a good player, Jack as is.
The VFL footy with Phil Cleary.
Yeah. I think I might have called Jack as is at one
Sunil Ghazi.
Yeah. Sadie's a good player. I was actually watching a bit of footy. I tell you, I did a
They get the pewter mug for the best on ground.
Best on ground. But I gave Jim Steins his first ever award. He was best on ground in the VFA second division grand final for Paran after he'd been given a push from Melbourne. They brought him back. But I was watching the other day because I went down to Sandringham. My son, Xander, is the number 1 ticket holder, and he had to go up to Sydney and interview Charlie Curnow. So I got pulled in off the bench to fill in for Xander.
Xander's dad?
Yeah. They said, we've got the B grade Maguire. I said, you're going to get the A grade invoice. Don't worry about that. Anyway, but my point was, I went back and had a look at a few of the old grand finals, and a very svelte number 25 for Williamstown playing at full back, Greg Swan, was playing in that game when Sandy got up and beat them. Anyway, Brisbane will become the second club to complete 2 3-peats.
Oh, well, we have to give a tip at the start of the year, and I've got Brisbane winning. So I have to say in.
Okay.
We're at this point where we haven't even marked up the MCG and played a game yet.
It's interesting. I think the last 3 or 4 teams who have won 3 but couldn't get to the Collingwood 4 have been thwarted by Collingwood winning a premiership in there, i.e. Hawthorn in 1990 couldn't get there, 89, 91, 88, 89, 91. Collingwood beat them and they've won 2. So I'm just saying, if you're a Brisbane supporter, you're thinking we're a chance here.
Like the sand through the hourglass.
And we stopped them in 58 when Melbourne were going.
Collingwood reference.
2 and 3.
What's that?
Sorry, the other 3-peat.
Yeah, well, the Essendon stopped them. That's right, Port Adelaide stopped them. Yeah, the would-be Magpies. Yeah.
We haven't got through week 1, and we've got Collingwood references coming out of our ears. Can you pace yourself? Can you pace yourself?
Oh, okay, sorry.
There should be a game on Labor Day Monday, this coming Monday, in or out?
I think we need a rest after the Grand Prix and everything.
Yep.
But I do like long weekend football. So,
well,
again,
that's why the Sunday night works.
But this is why I say it should have been a full-on opening round, and you used Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday afternoon. Don't go Sunday. Leave the Grand Prix as it is. Play Sunday night and Monday. Would have been unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And suddenly you'd be saying, hey, somebody who might have grown a pair down at AFL House might have come up to Mr. Valandy and go, hey, have a look at this, mate. 500,000, record crowd everywhere. Bang. Cop that.
Cop that.
There you go.
Clarko will still be at North Melbourne at the end of the season, in or out? In.
He's there. Nothing more enjoyable to watch than the optimistic pre-season Carlton supporter.
Do you know what is enjoyable to watch? Is after years of everybody saying, is there any danger you could kick it to your teammate leading up to you? That's what they're doing this summer. They just keep doing that. Now, they're going to lose some games, but build on that.
I sadly to say think the Carlton are going all right.
I don't want to speak for Carlton fans, but I'd much rather watch them play the style of football they're playing now.
And is that because Curnow was attracting all the attention?
I think they've
got
finally
some players who can play.
What
about moves like Jagger?
And
Is he one of the most exciting things that has happened?
Ainsworth's a good pickup.
Yeah, but Jagger, even last year, Jagger Smith.
Your boy Chesser.
Campbell. I was caught up with him the other day.
Laurent.
He's a beauty. But Jagger is just... he just looked such a good player last year, and he had that tragic knee injury. But we said at the time, you said, and I think you made a really good point, that having a year off just to train may not be... At the time, it was the worst thing ever happened in his life. 12 months later, it may not be the worst thing to happen in his life. Interesting to see. We'll come back to that one. It's a very good Jimmy Bartell.
Find that one, Richard.
The AFL announced the grand final start time early in the season to end speculation.
Out. That is a top draw. We've got all sorts of stuff going on. We're under the pump. Go to the draw. Let's bang grand final. Let's get them distracted with that.
I think it'll be late afternoon.
No, when they were announced.
Yeah, I know. So, hold on.
So let's set a little bit of line. I'll say round 21 they'll announce the start time.
No. They've got to go a bit earlier than that, I think.
Write this down, Richard. I'm going round 21.
Okay.
When you pick a round.
Well, if I was them, I'd stop acting the goat on these things. I'd actually show that you actually know what you're doing. I think what we need to do is stop all this rubbish that we have in football and get down to tin tacks. Hit that person, you get a week. Take drugs, you're out. do this, cheat on the salary cap, you're gone. Boom, 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 boom. Set the grand final. Let us know what's going on and let us build towards it.
Round 5?
Nah, that'll be mid-season, I think.
Give me
back half of the year. Give me round 17.
You weren't that far off mine.
Yeah. No, I know, but what they should do, they should announce it now. All right.
Essendon will finish between 6th and 10th, win a wildcard game, lose the next week, and take the streak of not winning a final in 22 years. Well, they're going to call it a final, aren't they?
Dills is this. Well, again,
Dills called it a final.
Can somebody come in and just say it? The season starts, and
I agree with you.
Starts tonight.
Tell us.
It's on tonight. Can we find out that it's a final 10?
Yeah.
By the way, the final 10 actually makes it a final 6. Sorry. The bottom 4 won't win. No chance. Whereas we had the 8 with the week break meant that teams who didn't... We had a final 8 that was really a top 4, right? No one could win it from outside. Then we gave the week break, which meant you're a chance. Okay, so Dogs won it and... Lions have come through and won it, and that's a good thing. Now, in going to 10, those two teams playing that extra week means it's going to be almost impossible for them. So, in fact, it's going to be a 6.
Yep.
See, it's the unintended consequences of going to a 10 makes it a 6. But I don't mind it.
There's an unintended consequence that if you can't make the top 6, you, instead of having pox games at round 22, we're going to have some pox games at round... Because if my team looks like, hey, the lowest we can finish is 10th, but we're not really in the show for the top 6. Well, hang on. You...
Rest.
You, mini pre-season...
That's why I like the idea, mate, that after round
the Maguire
21,
system.
Which was everyone plays everyone once, plus your exotics, your gather rounds and your derbies and derbies and all that sort of stuff, then it's elimination from them. Every game counts. Okay, that'll be about it. Essendon, I don't know, where'd Essendon finish it? 6th to 10th, I suppose, yeah.
Maybe.
10th. No, I reckon no, I don't think so. I'll take that back. They're lower than 10th. Yep. They've still got half their side injured with long-term injuries.
No.
So the Bombers, I think the Bombers just need to improve, keep doing what they're doing, but no, they're not going to be affecting the outcome of the season, whether it's a wildcard game or otherwise. All right, we compete against each other to predict the winners and margins of each round, it says here. So let's go. Sydney and Carlton tonight at the SCG.
I'm going to take the Swans by 17 points. I think Carlton will put up a good fight, but just a little bit too much experience and class for the Swans.
I'll say 24 points Sydney.
Yep. Gold Coast.
Gold Coast and Geelong.
Well, that's a fortress up there now, the Gold Coast, especially this time of year.
Cats have had 6 months to think about a disappointing grand final.
They haven't had the best build-up either, the Cats, with some injuries themselves. There are a few out.
Yeah.
Gold Coast... 22.
Gold Coast 30.
The GWS...
And I mean it'll be a close game.
And then just kick away at the end.
And I'll kick away at the end because for those reasons. But I think Geelong will be very good. But I think Gold Coast are very good. Very, very good.
GWS footballing Giants versus Hawthorn at Ingy Stadium.
Yeah, GWS by 24 points.
Hawks by 9 points.
Ooh, okay.
I think there's too many hurt for the Giants.
Is it? Okay, I probably haven't looked closely enough at GWS. We've got a 6-goal turnaround between you and I there. You might have studied a bit more than I have. Brisbane and the Bulldogs. Good game.
Great game.
It's a ripper.
I love watching Sam Darcy play football.
Yeah. He's sore at the moment.
Monster.
He's sore. Got a knee in the back in the state game.
Someone had to stand on a ladder to knee him in the back.
Exactly. We've got to stick with it. They'll unfurl the flag and they'll all get excited. Traditionally, unfurling the flag, the charity right to get knocked off.
Yeah, because you're standing around and doing all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
I find this one tough. I'm going to go the Lions by 3 points. I think this is going to be a thriller.
Yeah, I'll say Lions by 12 points.
And if it was down here, I would have gone the Dogs by 3 points.
And it's interesting because everyone's looked at the off-field issues up in Brisbane and Lachie Neale and all those types of things. Whereas to me, I reckon it's going to galvanise them. And they've been ringing the AFL and get the Herald Sun off their back and what's going on. So they're getting a bit of that siege mentality. It's all very nice with Chris Fagan and they're all good guys up there. Suddenly there's a bit of us against them. And I think that'll help them. I think that'll focus them up. It's the last thing we wanted from them to come for 3 in a row. And St Kilda and Collingwood. St Kilda will have their greatest home and away attendance ever.
I'm going the Saints by 11 points. You're going Collingwood. How much do you think Collingwood?
I think it'll be tight. I think Moore will play, so that'll help. Jeremy Howe won't, which won't help. Look, I mean, I go in optimistic as a good Collingwood boy should, but we need to win early games if we're going to have any chance this year. So, I don't know. I'm going to invite some St Kilda fans to come along and
say by under a kick then.
No, I'm building up to it.
Oh,
no, I just love that they're going to come here all cocked up. The crowd might scare them because they're not used to it, and they'll all be up on their toes and they'll be all talking about this and whinging about the bounce and all that sort of stuff. And the Pies will just do what we always do, mate. We'll just break their hearts.
That's not a margin.
Yes.
What's how much?
12 points. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. That's what's getting me through the week. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I think the Saints will be pretty good, I must admit.
Yeah, I do too.
But cracking games. So congratulations to the AFL. I think the games that they've picked.
The games are good.
Are beauties. Sydney and Carlton. Because you know Carlton wanted to take them over, don't you? Do you know that one in the old days? Was stopped by Collingwood. I know not to mention Collingwood. But no, Alan McAllister was sitting there and he realised what was going on. John Elliott wanted to play 11 games in Sydney and it was going to be the Blues, New South Wales Blues. This is when the Swans at the end of the Edelson thing were bought for $1 by the AFL. And he wanted to play 11 games in Melbourne, that routine, which I tried to knock off with Gold Coast years later. It was an excellent, really smart idea. John Elliott, when he was at his top of his peak of his game, man, he was smart,
sharp.
Yeah, so there's always a bit of Sydney Carlton there, and then you go back to David Rhys-Jones and Greg Williams when Greg Williams broke his jaw, and a bit of back and forth. So that's got a bit of aggro. Gold Coast and Geelong. Is there anything there that we can manufacture?
The Gary Ablett Cup.
Gary Ablett Cup. Then your sort of secondary markets down by the water, something like that. Yeah. GWS and Hawthorn.
They played a good final last year.
Yeah, they did. Brisbane and the Bulldogs. Yep. Just a good game. And St Kilda and Collingwood. 66.
The Jason Ackermanis Cup. The Lions and the Dogs.
They could have a cup be the first time neither team would want him to present.
Oh, come on. Jeez, despite all that, he was a super player.
Tell me about it. Yeah.
He was unbelievable. Yeah. Left foot.
Yeah, don't tell me about his left foot down there, that last goal. 2002.
Him steaming out the middle.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. He was good for the footy show too. Always valued.
All the hands.
All right, well that's it. Hey, thank you, mate.
Thanks, Ed.
I presume we're back next Tuesday. We're not going to work on a public holiday, are we? No way. Mate, great to have you back, and we'll look forward to a fantastic season.
Thanks, Ed.
Thanks to Tab. This has been Eddie and Jimmy.